In 1992, I moved to a pretty gang-ridden neighborhood in Santa Ana. I learned a lot about the troubles in the city and the troubles of youth on the streets. I heard gunshots every night in that house. I saw young people killed outside my house. I was horrified that these things that I read in the paper had such a real face. There's just a lot of ways for teenagers to get in trouble in this city. I started Taller because of what I saw on the streets in Santa Ana. Those words of Mother Teresa gave us: help one person at a time and always start with the person nearest you. She was basically saying, draw a circle around your life and start somewhere. And I think that's what I tried to do with Taller San Jose. Working with young people and helping them to build a better life belongs to the whole community. I believe that Orange County has a lot of resources, and the resources aren't just money, they're also creativity and heart. And I thought that we as Sisters of St. Joseph were in a good position to pull people together to help address this issue of how young people can get out of their troubles. I remember meeting Perla as a kind of scared, wide-eyed, pregnant, 18-year-old high school dropout.
My mother came from Mexico back in 1977. My father left our family when I was about probably 6 years old. She still had, 7 children to raise on her own. It must have been very difficult for my mother, and she had a full-time job. My sister got pregnant when she was like 15. I got pregnant at a very young age as well. My mother didn't go to school at all, so she didn't know what education was and how important it is, and I didn't either. Getting a high school diploma was a big step for me.
Perla also had this very engaging personality that while she was here completing her high school diploma, she was just good blood among the students. She was a leader. So wherever she was, things really went well. Things went better when Perla was in the room for everybody.
I've been able to accomplish a lot of things personally. We were able to buy a house, and now we had a house for our daughter and for our family. My daughter's doing very well in school. She's actually in the GATE program. I wanted her education to be better. My question to her is, it's not, is she going to finish high school, but what college is she going to go to? Really, Taller is that second chance to expose you, to train you, to show you what life is really about. Our students are exposed to that, and they truly want to be different. They say, I want to be like Perla. I want that opportunity. And what I say to them is, you already have it because you're here.
I think Jose was very precious to me because he was one of our very first students.
I was in gangs. I was, in and out of county jail. I was at the point where I needed to, set some goals and just, get out of trouble, because it was time for me to change. There was some life skill classes where how to be a good parent and how to, treat your kids, or how to get along with your wife. So just, in a whole sense, it just helps all the way around.
But he always was begging me to bring his younger brother, Victor, along. Victor was a little bit too young for a program to begin with. You couldn't tie him in a desk.
I still remember when I used to come around and she used to pick on me for being a little kid and troublemakers.
Jose kept Victor from a lot of trouble. When I visited their cabinet shop a few months ago, I left there in tears. I thought it was amazing to me that these two young people had the skills and the guts to open their own shop and actually do a good business and I could see they felt so proud of themselves. And I felt that proud. I thought, I'm sure this is how a mother feels when she sees her kids do well.
There's always a dream to catch that, as far as you put some effort and, put some sweat into it, you can reach it.
It really pleases me greatly to watch them working together as brothers. They're just a great team. Some of it God started, some of it got nourished here. You just knew that there was a very strong bond there, and they were going to make it together or they weren't going to make it at all.
Tyre is one of the most significant outreach programs that I've ever been affiliated with. I've, over the course of my career, had the opportunity to see many types of community outreach programs. None has touched my heart as deeply as Tyre San Jose. I was recently at a dinner where we were seeing the construction of new homes that they have built in Santa Ana. And they had built 3 homes, and we were there touring the homes. And the most fun for me was not seeing the homes, but it was having the students take us on the tour, and they were not just students, they were also graduates of the program. And having them take us on the tour and show such pride in the work they had done and talk about what Tyre had meant to their lives. So for me, knowing that I could somehow support Tyre and cause that kind of impact on young men and women's lives is truly a wonderful opportunity. I would say to anyone here tonight, there are so many opportunities to help support Tyre San Jose. First and foremost, we would like any corporation who is able to consider Tyre as an organization they'd like to donate to and sponsor. I'd also ask organizations to think about how they might help place the youth who are coming out of these programs. There are opportunities for construction companies, there are opportunities for anybody in the medical arena that can use medical assistance, there's opportunity for IT in the program. So we need to help these folks who have put so much into this find jobs. And then last, there are personal scholarships, the Amigo scholarships, and I would encourage you to think about, on a personal level, sponsoring someone for this wonderful program.
You go to the school and you meet the kids. They come up to you, they introduce themselves, they talk about themselves, their lives, their aspirations, and it's just amazing what quality people they really are, no matter what their history is. So it's very easy to get totally behind Tyre San Jose.
People want to see results. They want to see that. I mean, I think people are giving from a very deep place within themselves. But they also want to know that if they're giving to a program, that program that works. And I think Tyre San Jose is a program that has great results. Only 8% of our students have ever reoffended after they have been incarcerated, and that is way above the standards that the state experiences. When young people are coming out of jail or prison, off the streets or out of their troubles, we want to be able to welcome them to Tyre San Jose now. When young people want to get clean from addictive behavior, that time is now. Many of us here tonight were given futures filled with hope. It's time now to hand that gift of hope to the next person. I thank you for helping us to build that future.